I cannot believe I'm on a Lightning, riding with the CEO, who is on another Lightning. Well, hello YouTube. Hello from California. I'm at Lightning Motorcycles today, and I get to ride their new model, the Lightning Strike. Richard was nice enough to let me record all this, so hopefully I can say something useful about the bike to give you a feel for what it's like to ride. Whoa, alright, right off the bat, it feels a lot lighter than I expected. And it's pretty quiet. I've been waiting to ride this bike for so long. I'm so excited. Ooh, that sounds cool. Wow, this feels nice. Wow, brakes are really good. Sounds so cool. I can't get over it. I really like that the CEO of the company rides motorcycles too and takes you on test rides. So when you take off from a stop, there's a little bit, like you have to roll on the throttle just a little bit before the power comes on, which is kind of nice so you don't just like grab it and instantly get shot off the bike. It's really smooth. Ramps onto the power, and then whenever you want the power, obviously it's electric, so it's like I cannot believe I'm on a Lightning, riding with the CEO, who is on another Lightning. This is blowing my mind. What's even blowing my mind even more is how good the bike feels. The brakes are amazing, suspension is really smooth, and it doesn't feel very heavy, which is the normal problem with electric motorcycles. There's a little button right here to turn it on because there's a little like key fob on it that you can just put in your pocket. So it's just a one button touch to turn it on. Little adjusted little mirrors here. These are pretty cool. I like that they're built in to the I think the turn signals are in the mirrors, I think. Wow, it's really bumpy. It's probably taking me over here to feel how the suspension deals with the bumps, and it feels pretty good. Pretty sure these are these are Öhlins. Öhlins. A little bumpy. Oh, really bumpy. Wow. But not too bad. Acceleration is really smooth on the bump still. Lots of interesting things on the dash. This is the standard version, well basically a test bike of the standard version, so it's got the 10 kilowatt hour pack. It's got 90 horsepower, 150 volts. I'll just go as fast as Richard. I don't want to like blast out and race him or something. A little flyby there. So riding position, the foot pegs are a lot lower than I expected. It's still a sport bike kind of riding position, so if you like hang off a little bit, feels good. It's kind of like for you gas guys, it's kind of like an R6, which is basically the perfect riding position, I'd say, for a sport bike at least. It's not uncomfortable. The seat is actually really comfortable because it's Corbin, so it's as to be expected. The cockpit's cool. It's got this this carbon fiber fairing stay in there, so it looks really nice. And the AIM racing dash is awesome. You guys can hear the motor and the reduction gear. It's a lot louder than the Zero. I know it has a belt drive, so it's quieter than like an Energica, which is totally in your face chain and reduction gear noise. But it's nice. It sounds like a jet. Sorry about the winds. It's comfortable. I could totally see myself doing road trips on this. The brakes are so good. But Brembo brakes, Öhlins suspension, all the goodness. Where do you want to go from here?
Go this way.
Cool. Wow, this is an awesome test loop. Power-wise, it is really smooth. There's no rider modes that I know of. It's just up to your wrist how smooth you want to go. All right, let's try some acceleration here. So compared to my Zero, it's a lot faster. It's way more sporty. It's basically the perfect riding position. Exactly what I've been looking for. I realized that I've been trying to turn my Zero into a Lightning this whole time, and I should really just get a Lightning. So like I said, compared to my Zero, this is way more power, way more sporty. I can feel the aerodynamics working because these fairings have been designed in a wind tunnel, which I don't know if any other electric motorcycle company is doing that right now. It just feels great. They really nailed the ergonomics. Cool little triple tree design right here. Holes in it for lightness. Tucking in. Tucking feels pretty cool. You can kind of lay on the tank because the tank is really high. Wow. I have no idea how fast that was, but it was definitely under the speed limit. Let's just catch up there. Plenty of power. So one thing that's different ergonomics wise is that my knees are kind of resting on these fairings right here, these side fairings. I don't know if you can see, but my knees are resting right here, which is like, it adds a level of comfort in a weird way, but it's also kind of strange. I don't know, it's different. But one thing that I've struggled with a lot of motorcycles is where my knees go, and where my thighs kind of, I guess the width of the tank, and this one's perfect. It's great. Oh, we're going on the freeway. Alright, see the tuck. Oh, so there's a tachometer, and it's going up to, what, 9,800 RPMs? Wow, so this motor revs really high. It feels low, like I can flat foot no problem with my knees bent. Ah, it's so easy to ride, holy crap. So easy to handle. I gotta say, I am impressed. I am very impressed. It's exactly what I was hoping it would be. Cool. I really like the blue. But the white one, oh yeah, gorgeous. Okay, thoughts, feelings, emotions. I loved it. I love how this bike fits me, or how I fit on it. Nothing feels out of place, and the weight is perfect. And that's the thing, electric motorcycles don't have to be heavy. They don't have to handle differently because of the giant battery. If you get the geometry right, it can feel just like the gas bikes we're used to. And these guys nailed it. Richard showed me all the different display modes on the dash. Unfortunately, my frame rate made it all flickery, but you get the idea. It was cool to see so much information about the bike. You can get the voltage, amps, motor temperature, individual cell voltage, tons of stuff. I want to say you can also download more displays from AIM to make the bike more your own. So I've called this bike perfect a lot in this video, and it's not totally true. It's definitely missing some things, right? Does it have rider aids like ABS, traction control, rain mode? Nope, none of those. And there's something to be said about all the safety and custom rider settings you get with Zeros and Energicas. And if it's a legal requirement in your country to have ABS, then those might be better options. I see Lightnings as bare bones race bikes. They put all their focus into the performance and the styling, and I like that. And I see the lack of traction control and ABS as a way to keep the cost down, but it's not like the build quality was sacrificed. All these machined parts look amazing, and that wheel is a work of art. I only got to ride the standard strike, but in terms of how I'd compare it to other electric sport bikes, here's where I put it. I made a list, and I put an R6 on there because I feel that's the strike's direct comparison for a gas bike. Acceleration wise, it's better than my Zero SR, but not as fast as an SRF or an Energica Ego. The Ego's power is ridiculous. The R6 has more horsepower, but only a third of the torque, so the butt dyno acceleration is really similar. When it comes to weight, it's heavier than my SR, but less than the SRF, and way less than the Ego. On paper, it's heavier than the R6, but the way the weight's distributed makes it feel the same. And then the price, at least for the base model that I rode, it's lower than every other electric bike, and almost at R6 money. I realize this is kind of unfair because the test bike I rode had high-end suspension and brakes on it, but the ergonomics, the weight, how the power was delivered, to have a bike that looks this cool for that price, there isn't anything better. One thing you have to take into consideration is that when you buy a motorcycle, you're also buying the company. Lightning is this boutique sport bike shop that's slowly ramping into mass production for the strike. So there are still some unknowns. What happens if your bike needs servicing? What happens if you crash it? How far away is the nearest Lightning dealer? These are things we still have to find out. But as far as the strike as a motorcycle, how it made me feel to ride it, to me it was perfect. I still believe motorcycles are emotional purchases, and this one makes me really excited. And I've been thinking about it every day since I rode it, even after Richard let me ride the LS218.